Good morning. Yes, I am live. Sorry, it didn't come up then. I wasn't too sure. So hope you're all well. I wish this weather would get better. It's doing my head in at the moment. I just want some nice sunshine like everyone else does. So yes, let's have a look and let me see. Right, there we go. Excellent. That's good. And send. Hello everyone. Oh, it's busy already. Lots and lots of people. Brilliant stuff. Cool. Right. Hello, everyone. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. Thanks for all those sending the images. Keep it going. Obviously, we need it for the countdown. So they're all coming through. And right, let's do that again. Sometimes, let's have a look. There's Elley's there. Let me try it again. Right. Let's try this once more time. I can't spell. There we go. Let me, come back. There we go. Let me do that again. I'll send it again. Sometimes it plays up, as we all know, with all of when you've been watching these. So yeah.
Hi.
You all right?
Yes, I'm okay, thanks. How are you?
Good. So please introduce yourself and tell us what you make and sell.
Yeah, so I'm Eleanor, Elley, Els, whatever. I have a few nicknames. I launched Elley Jane, which is basically a uplifting, feel-good fashion brand, mainly t-shirts at the moment, all sustainable, eco-friendly, and printed in the UK.
Cool. And so why did you set up your business and how did you come up with your business name? I think I might know that one.
Yeah. Obviously I'm Eleanor Jane, and I had to actually do a lot of research to try and find the right way to spell it, because lots of people use Elley Jane, like singers. So, you know, in order for Google to, you know, find me, I had to try and find the right way to spell it. So that's why the spelling is Elley Jane. And then I added designs because actually, although I'd created my domain, then it wasn't available on Instagram or actually as an email address. So I just added designs to it. So that's kind of a tip, actually. Make sure your company name is everywhere. But the reason I chose just my name is that then I can adapt my brand to the changes that go on in the world, you know. So if it's not t-shirts today and it's something else tomorrow, I can adapt my brand to fit what the demands are of the customer.
Wow. And so why did you set up your business?
So basically, I've worked in fashion for 20 years, over 20 years as a buyer. Worked at John Lewis, Lipsy, Laura Ashley, and Boo Avenue, which is owned by Theo Pathetis. People may know him from Dragon's Den. Sadly, obviously, we hit COVID last year. The stores were all closed. We were all furloughed, and unfortunately I was made redundant in July last year, along with quite a few other people. You know, I mean, everyone in retail at the minute is, you know, there aren't many survivors. So, you know, so I went through a period of, I've always wanted to start my own business, but what could it be? But also, I was sort of struggling a bit with my motivation and my mental health. Like, how do I motivate? I couldn't, like, why should I get up at, you know, there wasn't this 6 a.m. alarm to get up and run to the station, you know? And I started doing some work with a wellness hub that basically wanted someone to kind of sort of demonstrate ways to wear things. I'm a sort of 12/14, so I'm a sort of average size. So it's to promote how you could look good and feel good in whatever, you know, you were wearing. So I did a few videos, and that also got me into thinking about, well, yes, I do love clothes, and I love clothes because they make me feel good. I like getting dressed up, you know. I thought, well, how can I link that with my fashion background and start a business? I spoke with lots of suppliers, lots of different people, looked at the costing side of it, because obviously having been made redundant, I don't have endless amount of cash. And someone said t-shirts, you know, you come up with your designs and start with t-shirts, and then you can grow as you grow, you know. So
Yeah.
that's kind of how I started. So it was to do uplifting motivational prints that everybody would find fun, on slogans on them that would
Cool.
yeah, motivate people.
Cool. And exactly what you're saying, isn't it? The whole with the redundancy and then your own business and with yourself, with the buying and all of the skills, you've probably as well, there are bits that, yeah, this is really easy, but then probably other bits you were like, you know, and learning, isn't it? It's all about, probably you've learned so much in the last year about setting up your own business and all the bits that go into it, which is, it's quite
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
It is. I mean, I didn't sort of deal with the sort of website side of things.
Yeah.
And it's been really beneficial to learn how all that works. I mean, I'm still learning, you know, every day. Someone said to me, make sure you check your website every day because things disappear, or do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a real benefit for me to learn that, as well as starting a business. So it's sort of ticked off a few boxes, really.
Yeah, I mean, I know this sounds a crazy thing, but one thing that I did as well is, went through lockdown, obviously losing my job and things like that. What I did is I started writing down job descriptions that I do. So it was like, wow. And it was like, oh my God. So like, you know, I'm a web designer. I'm a buyer.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a maker.
Yeah.
You know, the packing department, you know, even at lunchtime, there was the food and beverage department. And, you know, it was really all these things that you do that you don't realize that you actually, it's a skill. And I think sometimes we kind of forget that, you know, we're doing all of this, but actually all the skills and what we're learning as well. And
definitely. I did an actual course, which anyone else who's watching who might not be sure what to do next when they're made redundant, it was all about learning what your skills are, like you've just said, and like deconstructing what you've done. Like you might care for your family member, and actually that's a skill.
Yeah.
So I think those kind of things are all really useful to do as well.
Exactly. So also, whereabouts are you based, and where is your workspace?
Well, I'm based in Surrey. I'm just pushing this back so you will be able to see the t-shirts when I have to show that.
Oh, excellent. Yes.
Yeah, based in Surrey. I'm in Effingham, actually. We've been here 2 years. So we're actually renovating a property. So we weren't one of those people sitting in lockdown wondering what to do, because we had a lot to do.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm actually in my neighbour's house, because there's wardrobes being built currently next door.
Yeah.
So yeah, my workspace is basically kitchen table, the breakfast bar, another little table where my sewing machine is, in the lounge, wherever there's a space, really. Yeah.
Like, I've just got a message here. I just wanted to on it's somebody here from Studio Canal just put also being customer facing and not hiding behind a big corporate scares me. And also it's really quite important that loads of businesses that I've been talking to, we've got some people that have worked for some big businesses, big, you know, like myself, I work for French Connection.
Exactly.
I was their brand ambassador, and you know, that's what I'm trying to get forward. And it is scary, because you know, you had that you were hiding behind. You would you know,
so scary.
Yeah, you know, the t-shirt I'm wearing, French Connection, the jeans I'm wearing, you know, all of the uniform, which was a good part of the job. But you know, I'd be wearing it. I'd be, you know, this is what I'm wearing, and the whole thing about of having that, but then taking, I mean, with myself now, I for one don't ever want to have a job. This is now my job. This is my career. I've got other things in the pipeline that are on hold because of COVID that I want out to get and do. You know, like I love part of my job at French Connection was the whole thing of styling, you know, men, women, and also their homes, and I love that. So that's where, and I was good at it, you know, and I want to get back of doing that, and actually not hiding as well, like you say.
Exactly.
You know, and coming forward, actually think of the things that you were good at your job, embrace them. Yeah, embrace them and be proud of what you are. But also there's other bits that you're not so good at. Don't worry, just improve on them, and you know, it will get better. And there are people that you can talk to. There are
Yeah.
people, you know, like yourself. So just want to put that
Yeah.
in there. Thank you. It's nice
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah.
when messages
No,
come up
no,
like that.
that's
Yeah,
exactly, and I think it's great for people like you and I to tell people our
yeah,
backgrounds and what we've done,
yeah,
because there are other people that might be as scared to do what we've done. Like I
yeah.
certainly went through, oh my God, it's not good enough. I don't like it. Will anyone like it? You know, you go through all those things,
Exactly,
but
exactly.
you just have to think, do you know what? I like it. I'm just going to put it out there. And
Yeah,
if you are passionate about what you do, other people will be too,
yeah.
hopefully. So,
As well, isn't it? I suppose it'll be like, you know, you work in a shop and you go, actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and I'm going to set up my own shop. So then what you then do is then, you know, this is now your shop. It's not, you know, it's not a corporate sort of thing, isn't it? And that's
yeah,
the same thing with kind of business. And then you put your own stamp on it as such, and then you become unique. You can actually clip away all those, you know, the
yeah.
corporate that tell you you have to do this, you have to do that. God, you know, sometimes
Yes,
yeah, some companies it's like you must do
yes,
this, you must do that, which it's quite
yeah,
freeing that you can be who you are, who you want to be. So have you
definitely.
a favourite item to create, and also why have you chosen that at the moment with the sayings that you've got?
Yeah, I mean, I'm wearing, I'll just push it
Of
back.
course,
Let me know
yeah.
if you can see it. I'm wearing the Wild Spirit one. This is
Wild
one of my
spirit.
favorites with the splash design.
Yeah.
This was one actually where I came up with the print before the slogan. So some of
Cool.
them, like the famous Dream Big,
Yep. That's
that is sold out apart from this one actually.
wow.
We've got more coming next week, but
Yes.
this is another favourite because obviously, I mean, I know you're going to ask me in a minute about
Yeah.
what keeps you going. Well,
Yeah.
keeping your dreams alive and dreaming big. Never give up on your
Yeah.
dreams. And this one, the slogan came before the print, but the colours, you know, I'm very inspired by like the 1970s, the 60s,
Yeah.
historical type trends. And I think that's kind of given it the unique, because loads of people do t-shirts, you know,
Yeah.
how could I make it me? So
Yeah.
that's kind of how I've done. And then another one just to mention is obviously the Be Brave,
Yeah. I like that.
because I've had to be brave. I'm not
Yeah.
very brave actually, but
Yeah.
I am. I try to be, and it's just one to always remember. So I think those are the key ones. Shall I quickly show the other two designs?
Yeah.
I've
Go
got them
for it.
here.
Go for it.
This is the Go Wild one.
Yep.
Had to have animal print.
Yep.
Anyone who's worked at Lipsy, the Lipsy girls love leopard basically. So have to be leopard in there. And finally, another one inspired by kind of historical. Actually, this was like a wallpaper in my mum and dad's house where they moved to.
Yep.
And flower power. I love flowers, and the power of flowers and the countryside is very motivational and keeps your mind.
Cool. So have you been working on anything new this year at all? Any kind of sayings that you've got in your head, or?
I'm always writing things down. I might listen to you talk. I might listen to
Yep.
Holly Tucker talk.
Yep.
I listen to a lot of podcasts. So I'm always writing little sayings down, or even talking to friends. They might say
Sure.
something, because I probably won't do any new sayings for the summer, because
Sure.
I've only just launched basically.
Sure.
I forgot to say that at the beginning. I've
Yeah.
literally 4 weeks. It's my 4-week
Fantastic.
birthday today. So yeah, probably adding more clothing types, maybe playing with some of the colour backgrounds and that side of things, adding the kids.
Yeah.
I'll be launching those on Friday. That's a bit of exclusive information. I've been in a few sneak peeks.
Yep.
I'm going to do a little competition on Friday. More stock of Dream Big coming next week.
Cool.
And then obviously, because I'm doing some of the markets, I'm going to think of what other little products I could
Sure.
add in, just to kind of, you know, complete the collection a bit.
Yeah, and that's really exciting. I mean, we've got people who, you know, are exhibiting who they have their artwork and then they put it onto scarves, like also the bison, then also
Yeah.
onto ball and then onto coasters. So there will be
Yeah.
you'll come along, and there will be people that do their mugs, and there'll be a few different mugs, but it's their design.
Yeah.
Which is really great, isn't it? Yep. Go on.
Sorry, somebody said to me,
Yeah.
actually it was Sprout Surrey. She said, "Oh, the Dream Big would be lovely as a print on someone's wall."
Yes.
So that's an easy sort of add-on I can
Yeah.
have for
I
the
mean,
market.
crazy like a tea towel, isn't it? And then, you know,
Is
sometimes,
yeah,
yeah,
exactly,
put it into a frame and
exactly.
things like that. And also,
Yeah,
as I've said to you, and I keep saying with your t-shirts as well, I look at them. They are unisex. So, you know,
yeah, they are. Yeah,
yeah, definitely. I know that you're working on that to get
I
some
am. Yes,
the men
yes.
on
I did
there.
I think it was this morning. I put a sneak peek of a father
Good.
and son together in the Dream Big. So yeah, we're doing a few bits around that over the next
Yeah,
few weeks.
because it's
Hopefully
funny,
the
isn't
weather
it?
improves. It's raining
Oh,
today.
it's
It's not
awful.
t-shirt weather.
I'm supposed to having coffee in the middle of somebody out sitting outside. I'm like, oh God,
Yeah,
wrapping up like winter. Yeah,
with an
and also,
umbrella.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and also, isn't it? Sometimes when you with your prints, you'll probably have a guy that will, be the butchest of guys, he'll love the pink on it because it's almost
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, it's quite,
yeah.
like because I'm kind of like almost strong enough to wear this, and actually what it says is
Definitely.
their, what they believe in, definitely.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So as you know that we have an ethos about customer service, about being unique, creative and friendly. I
Yes.
should have it written. So is there a kind of an ethos, a saying or something that you abide by? That sounds very abide by. Abide by.
Yeah, I
You
guess
know what I
it's
mean?
that I haven't ever lost sight of what my dreams were. I think I started doing little lives on Monday, and I said that when I was at school and I said I wanted to do fashion design, the whole
Yeah.
class laughed at me because I
Mm,
was a very quiet, shy girl,
yeah.
and probably they didn't think I was very fashionable. I don't know. But I thought, you know what, I'm going to go and do this. I can
Yeah.
do this. So obviously I studied fashion, and the rest is history. But yeah, so it's just that, and staying positive. I hope I'm very similar to what your
Yeah.
ethoses are, in that I'm very positive and passionate about what I do, and I've brought myself to the designs. This is what makes me unique, is that each of them have a story as to why I developed them and why I did them.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I want to continue, and I think that's what small business is all about. It's about buying from people who and having the little
Yeah.
story behind it. I think you said something similar yesterday, the
Yeah.
little stories behind everything.
Exactly. And what's lovely about yours is as well, I think as well, you've started kind of small. You haven't gone in rushing in big. You've got
Yeah,
those sayings that mean something to you,
yeah,
and haven't gone crazy where probably the worst thing to do is all of a sudden look on your website and go, God, there's so many sayings, and you don't.
yeah,
So what we've done
exactly.
as Dapper Suave, we've learned, we used to go crazy. Here we go, here's what we do. Now what we
Yeah,
do is, here's what it is now, this season's. What we used to do in French Connection, I've learned from that, when you had the different
exactly.
season, the launches. So it's a bit like that. Like, so we've got material that we haven't even cut up yet, but it's there and
Yeah,
we can launch it and people get excited that you've got something new on your website, which, I think
definitely.
with what you've got. And also if there's anyone that sort of, comes to you and says, oh, would you do a t-shirt with this on it? But then if
Yeah,
you've got a few other people that say it, then you're going to go up, because I'm selling it to one person, but if 4 or 5 people want it, then there we
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly, isn't it? Yes. So
definitely.
and just saying as well, obviously I talk about with Rob, and he's now associate lecturer at the London College of
Yeah.
Fashion, as we all know. And people like you, obviously, when he gets to meet you as well, in the future, he talks to the students, and also sometimes they need help and guidance. So I'm sure
Ah,
that you'd
yeah.
be really, yeah, and I'm sure that
Definitely.
there was some, yeah,
Yeah, I did a little bit of that with on LinkedIn. There was a buyer from River Island who was trying to connect students, because obviously
sure,
last year with COVID, a lot of the
yeah,
students weren't able to get jobs.
yeah,
So I did have a student that would email me and tell me what she was doing or
cool,
ask advice. So yeah,
yeah,
that's
and
another thing I enjoy doing, is helping other people fulfill
brilliant,
their
brilliant.
dreams.
Brilliant. I'm sure that Rob and other people that I know as well. There's other people, not necessarily, they work for Tommy Hilfiger and now do different things and whatever. But their kind of their background, and there might just be some questions that the students are asking, but talking to a real human being. And also, isn't it lovely to actually give that experience and what
Yeah,
to share it for the young generation out there who are going
definitely.
to carry on what we're talking about now. So yeah, so cool. I'm sure
Yeah.
Rob will, when he meets you as well, because
Yeah, I
he's
can't
back
wait to
there.
meet
Yeah,
him.
cool. So got Did I say Goals and Dreams? I did, didn't I? Or did I?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah,
I
we
did.
did
Sorry.
that one. Yeah, yeah.
So who would you say is your family support? Who is your support network? God, I said your family there, didn't I? Who is your support
Well,
network?
yeah, family obviously
Yep,
is one of them. I have quite a creative family,
yep.
so they are always very supportive. And my sister actually already has a small business. She's Abby Lou Creations. I'm sure
Okay.
a lot of people know her.
Yep.
So they have been good. And my partner Will, obviously, he has been a huge support because this is a risk, me putting money into
Yeah.
something, and so he believed in me to go and do it. And he actually helped with the photography. He was an ex-photographer, so we bought all the equipment. We set up a studio in our
Yeah.
kitchen, luckily big enough to do that. So he helped on that side. And friends, I'm so lucky that I have a very big group of female friends, lots of them in fashion. Some have their small businesses. One of them helped me actually make my drawings become the artworks
Wow.
that you see on the t-shirt. So, all of them have helped support me and get me where I am today. So.
Cool. And it is, isn't it? It's that bit of support of helping others. It's, helping, and you've got friends that you
Yeah,
rely on. We're all in it together, aren't we? And it's all,
definitely.
yeah, it's nice to have that instead of, oh, well, you're going to go and do that and whatever. There's a place for everyone in the world to dream big, and I
Exactly.
definitely, we all have our, sayings. I've got a couple I'll be talking to you about. Oh, could we have that on a t-shirt?
Yeah.
But there are, isn't it? There are some sort of just sayings that you say and that you kind of stick by, and like say that, dream big and, going wild, all those things that we need to do as human beings. Yeah. So
Definitely.
what events are you doing with Curated by Dapper Suave?
So I'm doing your June 13th one. I've never done a market before, apart from helping my sister out in the past when she used to be at Camden. But that was only really standing there while she popped the loo or something. It wasn't really managing, wasn't really properly doing a market stall. Obviously, I have worked in retail, so I've got I'm used to customers, but this is my first market. So I'm going to give that one a try. Obviously, my product is mainly summer based at the moment, but obviously I'll speak to you afterwards and see what other opportunities there are later in the year.
Oh God, yeah, definitely. I love that. Believe in your dreams. They were given to you for a reason. So there we go.
Exactly. So really true.
Lovely, which is lovely. And also, as I've said, I'm working on a workshop at the moment, which I think will be really beneficial to you and also to others. And I'm doing it at the moment. God, it's just getting it all together. And, that's where we can, just a select few people at a time and just sharing all of the ideas about the whole, everything. And I think it will be really help you to then, that when you're there at the event, you don't want to be standing there going, oh, I wish I'd thought of that, or I wish I thought of that.
Exactly.
And there are lots of, it's just, I was talking to a friend yesterday, Gemma from Pure Mess, and she was saying, I'd love to do one of your workshops. And I was like, what? And it was just things about that she doesn't know, little things, that she can do. And there's me asking if she would be like a guest speaker at one of my workshops, and she's saying, well, I'd like to do one of your workshops. So, there are people that probably do what they're doing, but just need a little bit of tweak about Instagram, how to do the stories, how to do all of the different things, the tagging.
It's so much,
there is.
It's a huge job.
There's Emma, so she wants to do it. Then Emma's going to be a friend, she's a speaker as well. So, just making it really good fun. I want people to go away, go, oh wow, I learned so much, enjoyed it as well. Because there's nothing, we've been there, haven't we, where we've had to sit through those presentations about, and you're like, oh, it's so boring, so I
exactly.
I learned to make it a bit more exciting. So Rob's already found you on LinkedIn, he's just said, and apparently you have lots of mutual connections. So that's yes. And
I actually haven't put the business on LinkedIn yet. Only because how should I put? I am going through some interviews still, and I wasn't sure whether to put it out there yet, because obviously it's only launched for 4 weeks, so I will put something on there about it. But the minute I've kept it a bit more, obviously it's on social media, but LinkedIn is a bit more it's got all my corporate contacts, so
Yeah, and you know, also that is on one of my workshops about the LinkedIn. We have Dapper Suave on there and a few followers, and also I was able the other day to put the event on there, which was great. And then loads of people said I'm coming, which was good. So LinkedIn, as much as whatever, is a really good, because it is very much a little bit. It's a little bit different from your Instagram. It's a little bit more upgraded, but yeah, definitely put it out there, because people will see you. And also it's those people that, you know, that before worked with you, you can almost say, look what I'm doing now. Those people that didn't believe in you.
Definitely.
You know, when you say that you're at school and people didn't believe in you, whatever, and you know, it's that bit, isn't it? Those kids at school, those bullies. I had it as well, bullies and whatever. And it's like now, like, you know, it's like no, and that's one thing I will never have at our events is people bullying other stall holders. I've seen it. I won't have it. You're out, you know, and we'll have to work together. And you know, there are in life still people that are bullies, even grown people that, you know.
Yeah, definitely.
I won't put up with that. And half the time I look at those people who used to say the nasty things about me, and then I look at what I'm doing and I look at them and I say, I think that's what makes us like we are, because if we've been through that and we've been treated badly, then we don't want to treat others badly, if that makes sense. So exactly, treat them with kindness.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm going to put that's going to go in my, I do the summer.
Oh, that's a good say. Let me write that down.
It's a really good song that you'll hear at the June, and it's by Harry Styles, Treat Them With Kindness. I've shared it to an amazing song, and it's just so I'm going to add that one. There we go.
Great.
You guys at the June event, if you've got any songs that you want to play, because we have like a Spotify list that we can play in the hall as well, so it's that ambience. So and we try and put some fun ones in there, so Treat Them With Kindness. And Mum for the Dog, she's got the what have I proud, you know, what have I done to make you proud, all that one. Some real lifting ones. There we go.
You definitely need that.
Yes, and while you're in the room, it's quite nice, because sometimes you see the stallholders dancing away. Instead of having some background music, you're like, oh God, what is this? So music is, I think, quite an important thing. I've just had somebody contact me about music, and I'm so sorry, but with COVID regulations in June, blah blah blah, but you know, I said I'll keep you in mind for any future things, because she sounded really good. So nice. Before in June, the Christmas one that we had in 2019, we had a choir, we had a brass band. It was crazy, but we weren't able to do any. It was just very complicated with all of that. But hopefully we will be to get live music back very soon to the other events. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So the last question is, why did you choose to work with us?
Well, I wanted to grow my local sort of community and work with like-minded people, really. As I said, sort of, I've started the business small to grow with it, rather than, like you said, put everything out there and you know, all guns blazing. And then you know, I wanted to develop with local people. And when you contacted me and we had the conversations, we obviously had similar ideas and aspirations, and I just want to meet other people that do what I do, really, and grow those connections and support. You know, it's us supporting each other, basically.
And do you know what? It was lovely. When we had the conversation, I was like, oh my God, I've got to go, because I had a chat with Gemma that I was talking about from Pure Med. And I said to her, I've been talking to you and blah, blah. And she said, send me her details. And then it was her birthday, and her husband bought her. She loved it. So you'll get to meet her at the June event. So, and that was lovely, just by saying, oh, I've just been talking. Because I think we've got somebody who does T-shirts, and we haven't got anyone before that did the T-shirt. We did have Pino Ronda, that was a Brazilian kind of that sort of thing. So she was really excited. You know, so.
No, definitely. I mean, the people that I've approached that have worn, that, you know, been like influencers for me, they've all pretty much been Surrey based, and I now have a huge, thanks to Sprout Surrey, I have a huge following of gardeners.
I love her.
Which is great. I've got a little niche night market now to all the lovely gardeners out there.
I have to say a shout out to Sprout Surrey, and I think she knows it, but I love gardening, and also when I see her on Instagram, she just brightens up my day. She's just absolutely adorable, and she's dancing in the garden, and she's got these top tips she gives, and she's just she's really lovely.
She's so nice.
I look
so
forward
helpful.
to sort of like, there we go, and I see her post, and she's on a Friday, and she'll be in her. One time she was in a beautiful silver dress, wasn't she? Garden. Like, wow,
dancing in the garden and stuff like that.
Definitely, and it's just that bit that she enjoys what she does, and I might message her, say please come along to because I'd love to meet her in person.
Oh yes,
Isn't it funny? You probably as well. These people on Instagram that you chat away to, whoever that you don't actually. So it'd be really nice just to see them. So
definitely.
We'll message her and she can come along, which would be great. She can give me some gardening tips. Right.
And me.
So we're back again tomorrow. Like I say, we've only got another 5 left, and then you won't see me for a while. I don't know. I'm just going to sit here at 10 o'clock talking to myself. I don't know about a break. There's still lots going on. I've just been approached again. So Friday the 7th of May, I'm back on BBC Radio Surrey. They want to interview me again.
Brilliant.
More about the event that's coming up. So
that's great.
That's really exciting. So next week it'll just be about promoting it. We've got the countdown starting. So it's putting all of that together, everyone's images, all of their logos, and then the countdown starts. And then in between that, anything that we can do to promote the event, because obviously we want to make sure when it comes to the event, we've sold 450 tickets. If we haven't sold 450 tickets, I'm likely to scream. But, it's just, that's why yesterday I was this big shout out, please, you need the tickets. And there were some people that were kind of putting it up and not saying about purchasing tickets. And I would hate people to turn up on the day and not being able to be allowed in. So that's what we need. So we're back tomorrow with the lovely Sarah from Written on My Heart. So that'd be great.
That's a nice name.
Yes, Written on My Heart. So lovely, all embroidery and stuff that she does.
Lovely.
So, a bit like yourself, but she does embroidery onto kind of cushions. And I won't say too much. You can say
because I'll watch it tomorrow.
Tune in tomorrow. All of Ellie's details, obviously, this will go onto Instagram as it will be. So have a look at Ellie's designs there. It'll be onto our YouTube, which at the moment that seems to be picking up lots and lots. I think a lot of people now are watching it later, and it's really starting. The views are starting to boost up, which is great. And I'll be talking about that next Friday in BBC Surrey, so people can go and see that, which is really good. So all of that will go on there, and really great to see you, and I will see you in June.
Yes, you will.
Well, you'll see before, because we're going to have a big Zoom chat with everyone before. But that won't be for everyone else. It'll just be for the people exhibiting, so that we can all say hello to each other, and we can get all of that information. So at the moment, with all the exhibitors for June, it's just that information. Everything you would need to know will be given to you. All those little questions that people are asking us, like, I hadn't thought about that, which is good. And I need that for him, like the size, height of the table. I didn't know that.
All that information.
So somebody wants to order fabric, so hopefully on all that stuff. So cool, really good to meet you. I'm going to go now.
Yeah, you too. Thank you for having me.
For my coffee meeting. Take care, lovely to speak to you.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.